Good evening. Mm, Good evening. I miss having life as well. You said I miss having your class. You don't worry, you'll be fine. How are you guys doing? Mm, I hope everybody is in that WhatsApp group. Or let me see if I can send it to the to the to Canvas announcements. Canvas. Okay. How many people do we have here? 11. Yes, everybody. Review one. It's on one review. Okay. You said getting YouTube box now. YouTube is not paying now. It's not paying. For real. It's not. It's not paying the way they should. And also, I've not been. I've not had a lot of time to make videos. You understand? So they have a lot of criteria, and I don't have that time right now. I'm more focused on building that website as soon as possible. Hope all of you here has filled the form. Let me see. Yeah, good evening. 22. Okay, 22 is good. We can start now. How was the snowstorm in your place? It's almost 10 to 11 inches. So we had to clear it from the in front of the apartment. It's terrible. This is the worst I've ever seen. Bad, right? This is the worst I've ever seen since I came to the US. Honestly, this is the worst I've ever seen since I came around. I never knew that it happens this much. Okay, so let's jump in at once so that we can finish on time. Let me see if we can finish in an hour, 30 minutes. Don't know how possible that is, but let's see. Let's see. With you, I had chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, correct? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Say code. Yes, okay. They need to cancel classes on Tuesday. No, now. I heard that it's stopping tomorrow. I heard it's stopping tomorrow. Left for you alone, they should cancel classes the entire week. They should cancel classes the entire week. Okay. Okay, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with chapter 3. We are starting with chapter 3, then we go back that way. All right. So in case of if we are tired, we can just leave the others. So chapter 3 is cellular form and function. Let me see. No, we are going to do everything. Don't worry. But I just wanted to start from the most important ones for now. Module. Let me see. Give me a minute. I'm trying to. Okay. Download. Okay. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to shed a little light on this chapter 3 before we start answering the question. You'll be able to access the videos. Of course, you will. Listen, when we finish live, it's now left for you to go back to it because right now you should not be studying. Honestly, like you shouldn't be reading right now. You should have finished reading everything for this exam. You have an exam on Tuesday, so that's why we are doing the live right now. All right. You have videos on my stuff. There are videos for all those topics that you did, apart from chapter 1, because I don't rep chapter 1 so much, Most things in chapter 1, you are going to, you are going to learn it. Most things in chapter 1, you are going to learn it in clinicals. All right. So sometimes I don't really pay so much attention in chapter 1. So, but you have those videos there. And also, you can always go to the live stream and rewatch it. Sometimes just what we do here is not enough. All right. The more you watch it, the better. No matter the class, even if you are in the other professor's class, it's still the same question. You understand? So the more questions you do, the better. That's why we are working on that website right now because we want something that will be student adaptive. You understand? A whole lot of times, students study with static past question. If you check the stuff you use for your exam, they are too static. You understand? But this time around, we want something that will, align with the student need. If your problem is cardiovascular, it will generate you more NCLEX questions or more TS questions on cardiovascular. You understand? If you already understand cells so much, why do you need to keep solving a whole lot of questions on cells? You understand? And some of those past questions, if you notice, most of them has a specific number of questions for a particular topic. For example, if you are doing pathology, they're talking about diabetes, for example, they have maybe 20 questions for diabetes. It makes no much sense, right? Because if you finish solving those 20 questions and you still don't understand diabetes properly, what happens next? You now start repeating those questions. And when you repeat the questions, you score so high, you feel that you are already ready for that exam. And that's why a lot of people fail. So we are trying to do something that we adapt to you personally, meaning that the NCLEX questions is generating for you is different from the one is generating from the other person. You understand? It's the first of its kind. So that's why I really wanted you guys to fill in that form. Send it out to a lot of people. I need at least 300 people. You understand? So that we'll be able to base our what we are building on that on what you feel, right? Your specific need. We want to know what student needs so that we'll be able to input it into the system. All right. Anyway, that's by the way. So I want to explain this a little very fast. Then we answer the questions as we usually do. So I hope everybody can see my screen. Can you see the screen, guys? Just give me a yes, everybody. If you can see the screen, just say yes. Yes, perfect. Okay, so cell is extremely very important. All right, that's why I am starting from cell. In case of if we get tired so easily, then I will we can you can read up others. All right. Now, all organisms are composed of cells. We already know that, and cell is very responsible for all structural and functional properties of a living organism. You understand? So, as I was telling you initially, if I cut out one of your cell, It can tell me who you are. It's as simple as that. So that one cell can live independently and still represent the whole organism. All right. So if that cell has a problem, we call it what? We call it pathology. The way the cell behaves, we call it what? Anatomy and physiology. Feel me? And if it has pathology, we give therapy to the cell. We call it what? Pharmacology. So you see, everything we are discussing is, involved in this. All right, anatomy and physiology, pathology, and also what? Treatment. And the treatments can be with drugs, which is pharmacology. It can be with just normal observing and doing a whole lot of other things, which is what? Internal medicine or medicine. All right. It can be by cutting and removing or arranging or doing a whole lot of other things, which is what? Surgery. So that's how all the arms of nursing and medicine is involved in anatomy and physiology. Remember, anatomy is what? Location, 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 or structure, structure, structure. And physiology is what? Function, function, function. All right. So knowing that, you should know that cytology is study of cells. That's the most important thing. You must know the modern cell theory. I'll give you a question. You understand what I'm talking about? You must know the modern cell theories. All right. Organisms are composed of cells and cell products, and the rest of them. They will tell you which one is not part of cell theory. I'm not teaching. I'm just doing a recap. So I'm going to spend very few minutes on this. All right. If you have any question, you can always drop it in the comment section. Now, I told you must know this thing. Use it as your screensaver. Remove his picture or her picture on your screen and use this one for your screensaver until after your exam. Hey, Nchebe. All right. Squamous is flat. You know that. Polygonal, irregularly shaped, stellate, cuboidal, columnar. But I told you that one of the most important things you need to know is their shapes. Ability to identify them, the cell shapes and types. All right, and sizes. Like if this one is squamous, you see how flat it is, looking like pizza, flat pizza. All right. Then this is cuboidal, looking like a small cup. I always remember it as cup because it's always found in areas that secrete what? Fluid. Don't mind my accents. If you don't understand anything, feel free to ask. Then this is columnar. It looks like column in the library. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Then this is polygonal. This is stellate. This is spheroid. This is discoid. All right. This is fusiform. This is fibrous. You look at fusiform, you see it's tapered at both ends because they will ask you something like that. All right. Like if I go back, you see what they said about fusiform here. It said thick in the middle, tapered towards the ends. Extremely important that you know this. And they may ask you which one is thread-like a thread. Which one is thread-like? Look at it. Fibrous. Okay. Nerve cell is the longest human cell. Everybody knows that. All right. These are limitations to the sizes of cell. Also very important. Okay. The component of the cell is divided into three major parts. We have the plasma membrane, all right, the plasma lemma, all right, the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. We have the cytoplasm, that is the internal environment of the cell. We have the fluid itself. There are fluid inside and fluid outside. Fluid inside is known as what? Cytosol or intracellular fluid. The one outside is known as what? ECF. You must remember this, all right? Now, the cytoplasm contains both organelles, cytoskeleton, and also that cytosol. But let's pay attention very much to the cell membrane because that's one of the areas they ask a lot in your exam. You will see. All right. Already we've defined what cell membrane is. Cell membrane is. We've already defined it. And if you look at these are components of cell membrane. Components of cell membrane. Very important that you know which one is peripheral protein, which one is glycoprotein. They will give you this diagram. They will give you this diagram. And for example, look at this guy. Look at this guy. You see this guy? This guy here, they will point to this guy. They'll be like, A, this is A. They tell you, which identify A. That's how they will ask you your question. All right. If they tell you to identify A, what is A? You are looking at it. You say, this thing is yellow. So this is lipid. This is lipid. This is lipid. I'm stuck at work. Oh, they will pay you a lot. Don't worry. They will pay you and the money will be worth it. They'll give you like $1,000 for coming to work today. Just keep our own share. Okay, so you keep wondering, what is this? You look at it, this is phospholipid. This is a carbohydrate molecule on it, all right? Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates made up of what? Glycogen, glyco. Okay, glyco what? Lipid. You see, that's how you can remember it. Then this is channel protein. This is Transmembrane protein. Why is it transmembrane protein? Because it crosses from the two ends of the membrane. Pium, pium. You see this guy? See this one here? This one did not cross. So what do we call it? Peripheral protein. See, this guy didn't cross. What do we call it? Peripheral protein. Make sense? Yes. But if there is a peripheral protein, you see this peripheral protein, and there's a carbohydrate molecule on this peripheral protein, what does it become? It becomes what? Glycoprotein. So if, as far as there's carbohydrate molecule on it, glycoprotein. If there's a carbohydrate molecule on a lipid, glycolipid, and this is cholesterol. So you need to know this thing. I'm not wasting time on this. You need to know what phospholipid is. Phospholipid makes up around 98% of, about 35% of all lipids, all right? While lipids makes up 98% of the entire thing in the plasma membrane. Cholesterol is 20% of the 98%, all right? Glycolipids is 5%. And also you must know what glycocalyx is, all right? Okay. Now, we've talked about membrane lipids. Membrane what? Lipids. This is membrane what? Proteins. What do we have in membrane proteins? What do we have in membrane proteins? Transmembrane proteins. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Then we have peripheral protein. Now look at all the membrane proteins classified based on their what? Function. The membrane proteins classified based on their what? Function. You must know this. Even for your NCLEX, they usually ask this kind of question. All right. You must know which one is the receptor. Which one is first messenger? I told you, first messenger is this chemical messenger here. All right. This is first messenger. This is a receptor because the messenger is attached to the receptor. This is an enzyme. You see, this thing is open. That's why we call it what? Channel, ion channel. All right. This is closed. We call it what? Gated ion channel. You see, this guy has a transmembrane protein a carbohydrate moiety on it. You see, carbohydrate on it. So that means this is what? A glycoprotein. And what does it, and as far as you see this carbohydrate on it, its function is to identify. It distinguishes the body's own cell from the foreign cells. I told you, anatomy and physiology is the basis for pathology. You understand? In the clinic, you see people having autoimmune diseases. Why? Because the glycoprotein that is supposed to be a cell identifier is not functioning effectively. So that the body immune system is seeing the body cells as a problem and starts firing them. You see? So that's autoimmune diseases. I told you one of the major examples of autoimmune diseases is diabetes, DM type 2. You understand? Because it destroys those cells. All right? Okay, even lupus and all those things. There are a whole lot of examples for autoimmune. And this is cell adhesion protein, CAM. Okay. So you look at what they do. Then this is second messengers that are inside. Example of second messenger is CAMP, CAM. All right. This is functions of these channel proteins, carrier cell identifiers, CAMs, that's CAMs. All right. And this is second messenger. Now, I explained this thing. I'll just take time to explain it again. If you look at it properly, you will understand what I'm talking about. If you look at it properly, what do you see? You see, this is a receptor. It's a protein, a receptor. This is the first messenger attaching on this receptor. All right. Immediately it attaches on this receptor. I told you, think about this guy as the first bouncer and this guy as the what? Second bouncer. So if I ask you what is the second bouncer, you tell me it's adenylate what? Cyclase. The first bouncer is what? The receptor. The first messenger, for example, if insulin wants to function, what does it do? It attaches on the receptor. So if this is, let's assume this is an insulin receptor. All right. This is insulin here, first messenger. It attaches on the receptor. What happens to that receptor? The bouncer removes his shoe and gave this guy, right? That's what I mentioned. So this shoe he removes is what? The G protein. All right, he gives to this guy. Immediately this guy, adenylate cyclase receives this. Oh, okay. I have to convert ATP to what? CAMP. And CAMP become activated. CAMP is what? CAMP is the second messenger. What does the second messenger do? This second messenger take the information from this guy, this first messenger, and activate what? Inactive kinases into what? Activated what? Kinases. So if they ask you, what is the function of the second messenger? Tell them that the second messenger activates inactive kinase to what? Activated what? Kinase. Then we ask you in the clinic. All those your supervisors. You understand? Some of them may not even know it. Anyway, the activated kinase will do what? Activate what? Inactive enzymes. Then these inactive enzymes, once they are activated, they will not do a lot of things in the cell. Extremely important that you know this. Glycocalyx is here again. I am saying it. Glycocalyx can be what? Carbohydrates, or can be what? Lipid. As far as it has a carbohydrate on, sorry, it can be protein or it can be lipid. All right. As far as it has a carbohydrate on it. You understand? So if carbohydrates, there's a carbohydrate on a protein, it becomes glycoprotein. It's a glycocalyx. If there's a carbohydrate on a lipid, it becomes what? Glycolipid. It's a carbohydrate. It's a glycocalyx. All right. What is this function? Protection, immunity, adhesion, fertilization, defense, and all whatnot. Now, you must know the three major extensions. One of them is microvilli, 1.2, 1 to 2 micrometer. Extremely important. And it is always found in what? Absorptive surfaces. I won't beat on that. Microvilli. And the second one is cilia. All right. Cilia is 7 to 10 micrometer long. All right. Very, very important. Cilia, usually found in respiratory surfaces, uterine tubes, ventricles of the brain, efferent ductus of testes. You must know where they are found. You must know where they are found. Usually, a problem in the cilia usually leads to cystic fibrosis. That's why cystic fibrosis causes even infertility. You see, it is found in respiratory tract. The person will be having upper respiratory tract infection. That's why in the clinic you see a lot of people. You see a certain child coming every time. Parents are bringing the child because of upper respiratory tract infection. It's usually what? A problem with cilia. All right, and that's what we call what? Cystic what? Fibrosis. This is cystic fibrosis. This is it. Hereditary disease in which cells make chloride pumps but fail to install them in the plasma membrane. And because of that, chloride pumps fail to create adequate saline layer on what? The cell surface. Because of that, there will be thick mucus plugs. Thick mucus plugs. And anywhere there is pooling of fluid or mucus or whatever, it leads to what? Diseases. That is why they are having chronic respiratory what? Infection. You can't forget this. The last one is the flagella. I told you about it. I told you, you know what flagella is, especially in sperm. Yeah, it helps the sperm to swim, to go and make baby. Okay. Transportation across the plasma membrane. You must know this, all right? Because plasma membrane is usually selectively permeable, meaning that it can move, allow some substances to pass through it and some not to pass through it, all right? Extremely important that you know this. We have passive transport mechanisms. Example is filtration, diffusion, osmosis. We have active, all right, which is example, active transport and vesicular transport. Active transport is extremely important because it uses what? It uses ATP. But passive transport does not use ATP. Active uses what? ATP. Then we have carrier mediated. So what did I say? Passive, active, what? Carrier mediated. If I ask you this question, or if they ask you this question, please remember it. All right. So this filtration, this simple diffusion, and all that. You must know the things that factors that affect diffusion rates, like temperature, molecular weight, steepness of concentration, gradients, membrane surface, and membrane permeability. Which one increases? Which one is reduces? That's what you need to know. All right. Everybody knows osmosis. I told you the difference between osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis is actually a type of diffusion, but osmosis specifically deals with what? Water. Chickena. It has the hydrostatic pressure that helps it to move fluid in and out. Extremely important that you know it. Also, you need to know what osmolarity and osmolality is. I told you. Larity, R. See, this is R. Has to deal with what? Per liter. If it's lality, it has to deal with what? In weight, kg. You can't forget, this is it. Lality. It says lality is number of osmoles of solute per kilogram of water. Weight. But osmolarity is number of osmoles of solute per liter of solution. All right? They're talking about volume. Also, tonicity. You need to know what tonicity is, because if you don't understand tonicity, you don't know about hypotonic, hypertonic, and isotonic. And I keep telling you, when you are thinking about tonicity, all right, they ask you, oh, this thing is so and so, so and so and so. All right, is it hypertonic, hypotonic, or isotonic? How do you know? I've told you. If, for example, they give you this, all right, and they tell you, oh, this thing in this, you see. This place is the extracellular. This water inside is intracellular. All right, fluid. What they are telling you, that component they are telling you is the component of extracellular. If they tell you, oh, this is hypotonic solution, they are telling you that the extracellular component, all right, has high water concentration and low solute concentration. High water concentration, low solute concentration equals to what? Hypotonic. And what they're asking you is this one in the extracellular, not the one in the intracellular. Remember it. That is the formula for the exam. Trust me. A lot of people have a problem with this. When they're telling you hypertonic, they're telling you that, oh, this one in the extracellular has higher salt concentration or less water concentration compared to this one in the intracellular. Check it out. Isotonic is equal. So the minute they tell you, oh, if this is an isotonic solution, will it shrink or will it what? Burst, increase and burst. Think about it. Oh, hypotonic solution. What do you think? Oh, that means this place has more water and less salt. This one has more salt. So what will this guy do? This guy will start dragging water inside it, drag it until it swells up and what? Burst. Check it out. And if they are telling hypertonic, they are telling you, oh, this guy has more salt than the one what inside. I told you it is always the one outside that controls. So what will happen to the one inside? It will start what? Giving out water to this guy until it shrinks. Isotonic is equal. Okay. So this is it. Hypotonic solution. You see? Hypotonic solution, because extracellular fluid, this guy outside here has what? Lower solute concentration and more water concentration than this guy inside. So what does this guy inside do? It will start dragging water from outside, dragging water until it swells up and bursts. So in a hypotonic solution, it swells up. But in a hypertonic solution, that means this guy outside here has more salt than the guy inside. What will happen? This guy outside will drag the water out. It will shrink. See how it's looking shrunken. Extremely important. Why this guy is normal? I believe you guys understand, all right? And you need to also know transport extremely well. You need to know what uniport is, moving in, carrying only one, symport 2, but moving in the same direction, antiport 2, but moving opposite direction, all right? Extremely important. And facilitated diffusion, active transport. Yes. Also, you must know vesicular transport, endocytosis and exocytosis. Endocytosis is divided into what? Phagocytosis, pinocytosis, receptor-mediated endocytosis. When you're talking about phagocytosis, you're talking about cell eating. When you're talking about pinocytosis, when you're talking about phagocytosis, which is a type of endo, you're talking about cell eating. When you're talking about pino, you're talking about cell what? Drinking. The way I have to drink this water. This is pinocytosis. Water is life. That's nothing anybody can tell me. Then the third one is what? Receptor-mediated what? Endocytosis. Phago, pino. What is the pronunciation? Is it pino? Am I right? Say yes if I'm correct. Is it pino or pino? 1 or 2? 1 is pino, 2 is pino. Type 1 or type 2? Let me see which one is correct. Pino 1, Pino 2. Pino 1, Pino 2. Where is everybody? Are you guys sleeping? Type now. Type 1 or 2. I want to know the right pronunciation. Pinocchio. Pinocchio. So it's Pino. Ha. So it's 2. Pino. So pinocytosis 2. Oh. You guys are the best. Okay. So this is an example of phagocytosis. Did you see what happened here? See this particle? Pium! This guy engulfs this particle. All right? This is called using its pseudopod. It engulfs the particle. Pium! The particle starts going inside. Immediately the particle goes inside, the particle becomes what? Phagosome. You understand? This cholesterol, this thing that looking like cholesterol here is known as what? Lysosome, all right? So this immediately this phagosome goes in, this guy puts its lysosome to it. And what does it become? It becomes what? Phagolysosome. This thing is phagolysosome. So what does the lysosome do? Lysosome will lyse. It will break down. Break it down. After breaking it down, what does it do? It pushes out through what? Exocytosis. So this is an example of what? Vesicular what? Transport. Very important that you guys know that. Okay. Now let's go to interior. Interior, what do we have? We have the cytoskeleton, we have the organelles, and we have the inclusions. Cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is like the bamboo. you use to hold the pillar, all right, the wall. That is cytoskeleton. I hope you guys remember what cytoskeleton do. Is let me show. Is there a diagram for it? I can't see any diagram. Let me see if I can see diagram of cytoskeleton. Uh-huh. Okay, here. Look at it, guys. You see this red one here? This is the cytoskeleton. You see it? It's usually found inside. Look at it here. It looks like a rope. Look at it here. It's found in the internal surface of the cytoplasm, not outside. It's found inside. So it's like inside this my house. It's holding the wall. Holding the wall. I put rope or pillar or bamboo to hold the wall. All right. That's what cytoskeleton is. I hope you guys are not confused. Okay. Where was I? 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 I really went this back. Okay. Okay, I'm done with transport now. So okay, so that's cytoskeleton, all right? That's really important. These are the components of cytoskeleton. We have the microfilament, we have the intermediate filament, and we have microtubules. Then we ask you, a tubulin is an example of what? It's an example of microtubule of cytoskeleton. Tubulin is an example of microtubule of cytoskeleton. It's 25 nm. Intermediate is 8 to 10. Why microfilament? Micro is the smallest, 6 nm thick. All right. An example of micro is what? Actin. Remember that. Okay. So this is microtubule that they were talking about. Now let's talk about the organelles. It's really important that you know about the organelles. I told you there are some of the organelles that are naked and there are some that are clothed. The ones that are naked are called what? Non-membranous. Example is what? BCCR. That is basal bodies, centrioles, centrosomes, and what? Ribosomes. These are the naked ones. Non-membranous organelles. Then we ask you, one of the following is non-membranous organelle. All right? Then the membranous is every other organelle apart from these four. You can't forget though. So what you need to do, if I'm you, I'll just internalize these four and use it to remember the others. Okay? Then the nucleus, you should know what the nucleus does. All right? Extremely important. It helps to do a lot of cell regulation. All right? Regulates the entire cell. It's just like the headquarters, like the headquarters of New York is Albany, right? Yes, Albany. So that's how the nucleus is to the cell. Remember that. And see, it even have its own covering, known as what? Nuclear membrane. All right? Then the inside of it is known as what? Nucleoplasm. Inside it, you see chromatin, you see nucleoli that has a lot of what? Ribosomes in it. All right? Okay. Now, I need to know is the endoplasmic reticulum. We have the rough, we have the smooth. You need to know the function of each of them. Why is this one rough? It's rough because it has ribosome. R for R, rough for rough, rough for R. All right? Then we have the smooth. Now, because this guy has ribosome, what does he do? Like if you pay attention to there's a new video I posted on protein synthesis. You understand? It's just an 8-minute video. So after this class, just look at it for fun because you will still need it. I'll do genetics with you, and that video will help you understand genetics so much. All right? I think I mentioned something about ribosome representing endoplasmic reticulum representing Brooklyn, because Brooklyn is rough. Some people say it's not rough. I don't know. When I was in Brooklyn, it was rough. All right. So ribosome and rough endoplasmic reticulum represents what? Brooklyn. There's a kitchen there, which is what? The ribosome. What does that kitchen do? It helps to cook protein. Ribosome helps to make what? Protein. But there are different types of ribosome. We have the rough, the messenger RNA, right? Messenger RNA. We have the transport. Anyway, I'll discuss that with you during genetics. All right. We also have ribosomes that are free ribosome. They are not attached specifically to the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, but those ribosomes makes endoplasmic reticulum rough, and it specifically synthesizes what? Protein. But smooth lacks the ribosome, so it does not produce protein. Instead, it produces what? It helps to produce what? Steroids and lipid. All right, you know, lipid is very, very smooth, so it helps to synthesize lipid. Extremely important. So this is rough, this is smooth. Okay. Golgi is for packaging. I mentioned initially for packaging. All right, like people that work in Amazon, you package things. You package things. It lies some of them. The other go arrange them very, very well. The protein components of them, it specializes them as lysosomes. While the others it push them outside the cell. Remember Golgi. This is Golgi here. Then we ask you Golgi in your exam. Then we have lysosomes specifically. This one is specifically for autophagy and autolysis. Autophagy and autolysis. That's how they will ask you that question. Autophagy is digestion. Autolysis is cell suicide. All right. So lysosomes, they package and they are a package of enzymes bound by a single unit, and their major function is to break and digest. Break and digest. Then we have periosomes. The difference, it has a great resemblance to lysosomes, but it's different from lysosomes. All right. Its enzymes are different. It uses enzymes like what? Like catalysts that helps to break down all this hydrogen peroxide and the rest of them. All these organic molecules, oxidized organic molecules, it helps to break them down. All right, that's the function of periosomes. So you must know what periosomes do and what lysosomes do because they will come out in your exam. Everybody knows mitochondria, the one you use to function, both in the night and in the day. All right, then we have centrioles that plays a role in cell division. We already discussed about cilia and its function. Now, inclusions are things that are found in the cell. Extremely important that you know. There are two major types. We have the stored cellular products and we have the foreign bodies. So if they tell you one of the following is an example of inclusion and they mention viruses, remember that viruses can be inclusions. If they mention stored products like glycogen, it can also be an inclusion. Extremely important. All right. So this is cell. Anybody has a question? You should also know how the cell, anyway, remind me to discuss diagrams with you. Remind me. Anybody has a question? No? Good. So, so I want to start. Are you guys ready to answer my questions? The way we usually do it. Are you ready? You know the rules, eh? Yes, eh? You know the rules. Sorry, I wasn't teaching. Somebody said, Nchebe, I was talking too fast. Sorry, I wasn't teaching. I was just giving a recap because I want people to answer the question very fast. So we are 25 people here. I want you guys to make attempts. Everybody must answer, all right? Please, kindly give me your answer, all right? Even if it's something even if somebody has answered that, still put it. If your answer is A, write A. If it's B, write B. Everybody, at least more than 10 people per question before I'll be able to move to the next question, all right? Very important that you guys do that. Okay. Think let me open a Word page, Microsoft Word, so that I can put the options. Okay, no. The faster the better. Okay, question 1. Please, everybody has to attempt. Which of the following statements is not a tenet of modern cell theory? Which is not? So I'll give you the options. You know what I will do? What I will do is to let me see. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm trying to do something. Perfect. Okay. So this is the options. I hope it's clear enough. So these are the options. This is A, B, C, D, E. Which of the following statements is not a tenet of modern theory? We have an organism structure Okay, let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger. Sorry, I'm still struggling with this laptop. Oh. It's new, so you know. Okay. So an organism's structure and all of its function are ultimately due to the activities of its cell. All cells come from pre-existing cells. All cells occupy space. All organisms are composed of cells and cell products. The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Everybody, increase the size. Oh, I thought I did. Okay. So this is better? Yes? Okay. So I need everybody to make attempt. Don't say, hey, somebody has already answered my question. No. Everybody must make an attempt. I want to see at least 15 to 20 people answering the questions there. Come on, guys. The faster, the better. Somebody say A and C. Could you please put the question? The question is in the chat box now. Which of the following statements is not tenet of modern cell theory? That's the question. All organism structure and all of its function are ultimately due to the activities of its cell. That's A. All cells come from pre-existing cells. That's B. All cells occupy space. That's C. All organisms are composed of cells and cell products. That's D. The cell is the basic structure and functional unit of life. One, two, three, four. Okay. At least 10 people have answered. Okay. Yes. 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 You guys are very correct. The answer is all cells occupy space. We'll be very fast because there are a lot of questions you need to look at. All right. We'll be very, very fast. Okay. You guys are so correct. The answer is C. The answer is C. So look at this question. Cells that are thick in the middle and tapered towards the end are called dash. I'm not going to give option. Okay, let me just give option. A, squamous; B, stellate; C, columnar; D, spheroid; E, fusiform. I told you they said this kind of question. What's the answer? What's the answer? Cells that are thick in the middle and tapered toward the end are called dash. Somebody said, is it this simple? Yes, it is. Most times, what they give you in the exam are just superficial questions, nothing deep. You are not doing masters in anatomy. Yes, the answer is fusiform. I don't know why my stuff is loading. Hold on. The answer is fusiform. Why is this loading? It's wasting my time. The answer is fusiform. So you need to know the. Hold on. I'm having a problem with my this thing. Oh boy. Is it only my network that is affected? Can you guys hear me? Yes. So why am I having a problem? Yeah, hold on. I don't know. AP1. Okay. Sorry, you guys should bear with me. I don't know what's wrong with my system. It's because I'm sharing this thing. I don't know why it's not affecting the YouTube up here. Okay, you guys are seeing me down. I don't know why it's not affecting this YouTube up here. Instead, it's affecting this. It does not make sense. It's loading like this. Is this a sign that you should not take your exam on Tuesday? I can guess that some people are busy saying yes. Man, this is devil is a liar. My God. My God. Still loading on. Can we shift to next week? No, no, no. Hold on, please. Why are you in a hurry to shift? You're not shifting anything. No. This thing must work. We have to finish. We have a lot of things to do this evening. I don't know why it's telling me 504 gateway. Strange. Strange. Connect. Mhm. Just a few minutes, please. Every other thing is going. I don't know why. Mm, Still loading. 697 822. Content. This is annoying, man. Stop praying that I should shift. Somebody's busy praying. I'm feeling that prayer. Stop it. Stop it. Still not loading. Oh. So what are we supposed to do? It's telling me 504 gateway timeout. It's not going, guys. It's not going. Somebody should please, if can we shift it? It's not me. I think it's you. So somebody should. I just want one person to go into your Magro Hill and tell me if it's opening. It's opening. It's opened. Why is my own not opening? Let me see. Then the problem should definitely be from my own end. Even your canvas is refusing to open from my own end. No, 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 no. No, her network is 15,000 miles away. Ah, no, her network is in a different country. Uh, Her network has no relationship with my network. Okay, thank God it's not only me. Ahead, man, it's telling me 504 gateway. And I was, I was like, no, no. At least I have somebody now with me. 504 gateway. That's say tell us next week. Oh, you really want to? Even if we don't have this review this night, we have it tomorrow. You guys are not going anywhere tomorrow, are you? We can have it tomorrow morning. Honestly, like if we don't have this review this night, which I really want us to do because we've anticipated it so much. And I really don't like the fact that my stuff is just doing anyhow. I didn't want to buy Apple. All of you said I should go and buy Apple. Now I've bought Apple. Apple is now misbehaving. Trying to use my second laptop. Let me see if the problem is Apple. Canvas. Click on the top. It came back. Let me see now. Let me refresh it. Let me show you what it's saying. Return to Canva. Something is not going well. Let me show you. So this is it. Let me watch. Oh, it's opened. Finally. Somebody is now is busy saying, why did it open? Sorry. It's open. Okay, you are correct. Let me say stop sharing. Okay. Let's try again. And assignments. No. Still the same thing. So this is what that's been doing since. Okay. Is the pop-up block. It came back. Click on the top. On which top? Okay. First of all, it took 10 years for it to come up. Okay. Let me see. If it doesn't work this time around, we'll change, we'll cancel it. With this course. Let me refresh. Let's do it together and see. Let's see if it works. Did you try powering it off? It's not from my system. See, an error occurred. So the same thing with this other laptop. I have two laptops here, this one and this one, and it's saying the same thing. So the problem is not from my system. Problem is from their website. Yes. So, guys, I think instead of us wasting time, I'll leave you guys to go study. Tomorrow by 11 o'clock. Are you guys okay? 11 a.m. All of you are home. It's snowing. Nobody's going anywhere. If you are at work, you are stuck there. It's 11 o'clock okay tomorrow? We're up to 36 people. Yes. Okay. Let me just get 10 yes. Then we put it at 11 o'clock. 11, 12. 11, 12. Which one is fine for you guys? Yes, yes. Everybody's at home tomorrow, so no excuses. I pray that this thing is resolved. This thing is from their website, not from me. And I prefer giving you this kind of questions because that's what you always see in your exams. So, okay, 11, 11, good, 11, keep going, 11. So all of us will be here 11 o'clock. So please, for the people that are not in this group, but they are here, try to, chat up people that are here so that, they can send you the link once I send it. There is a WhatsApp group. I can easily send you the link there, all right? Yes, and please, if you have not filled this, I need you to copy it now and fill it up. Let me send it to you again. So I need you to fill up this. Okay, perfect. So I need you to copy this form and fill up this form. Still can't hear anything. Oh, if you can't hear anything, it's from your system. It's from your system. So please try to copy, take that form, fill it up. Everybody, you can do it now if you've not done it, so that we'll get your own ideology for that website. If you've not done it, do it now. Also send it to people in other classes. Every class, everybody needs that information. Yeah, just fill out the form and send it to everybody. All right. Okay, guys. I'm so sorry about what happened this night. It's not my fault. It's from their websites. I'm already I've already tried. So let's leave it tomorrow morning by 11. All right. Yeah, fill it out. Give it to people. I need 200 more people. You understand? Because we are going to write a research based on that form. Good. Yeah, we are going to write a research based on that form, like so and so percentage of students from a sample of 500 students, nursing students, complain that this and this and this is their problem in nursing school. Do you understand? Or they complain that this is what they need. So that's the kind of research we will do with that stuff. All right. But your information is not going to be public, it's protected. So you don't need to worry about anything. So send it to as many people as possible, everybody, not just you, even people that have not entered the school. You understand? People that are preparing for T's, HSC, or people that are about to take chemistry and maths, they also need to fill it out. All right. So thank you guys very much. We'll leave it at this. We'll talk tomorrow. All right. Have a nice night. And sorry again, once again, sorry from my heart. Sorry. I hope tomorrow is better. But I'll be if before we start tomorrow, I will check it. If it's working properly, then I will tell you on your group. Yeah, good night. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. One love. One love. Yes, good night. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, good night. Take care of yourself. Take care. I will end the stream now. Bye bye. Please fill the form, guys. Send it to your friends. Anybody you have their contact, send it. As long as that person has something to do with nursing or health sciences, or even anybody in college, not just nursing. Please still send it to the person. Let the person fill it up. All right. All right. Have a nice night. Bye bye.